We haven't seen Split here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown in so
It's been a
long.
while.
It's been a while. I think someone played it like the week that it got changed, like the changes. But then ever since then, no one wants to play Split, and now we are getting it with two absolutely stacked rosters. We got Slimy Boogerman up against Virtuoso, like my host friend Cup of Frag has just said, and we've got the likes of Instinct, Welshie, Platinum, Dev, Pugstar. I gotta say, Platinum did absolutely nuts last week. Had that 1v5 situation clutch, the 1v3 situation clutched. And now we are here on Split with Platinum on a great team and Slimy Boogerman. But then on the other side, we have Apoth, Sniper, Iconic, Elay, and Lin. I mean, another group of fantastic players. And I know for a fact that Iconic loves to play Cypher on Split and actually does a pretty fantastic job. So, my goodness, Cuppa, we're in for a fun one.
And Cypher can really be that sort of saving grace when it comes to Split. You talk of the changes that happened. It changed a lot of those pre-lineups. It made defending even more difficult to achieve that kind of flawless and perfect half for your first half. But yeah, if you've got the right kind of Cypher subs and Killjoy on the flip side there from Welshie. And you've seen since Killjoy's come in a lot more KJs than Cyphers. I'm not too sure as to why. Maybe people prefer the lockdown, a bit more control over that, and we are going to see the KJ locked in as well as the Jet for Pugstar. Movement ever so important in the world of Valorant, and you've got to have that one super flying agent. It's going to be Jet in the server yet again. It's kind of a staple agent for a lot of teams.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we see the Jet a lot. I love to look on the Spike because we actually do have a page on the Spike. If you did not know this, you can check out a lot of the stats from I think up to 2 months ago. Lots of Valorant Sunday Showdown stats on there. It's really exciting. I mean, just to look at kind of the picks and bans that we get to see here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, a lot of people play Omen, a lot of people play Sova, and then, you know, just like you were talking about, Cuppa, we see the Jet a lot. So it's definitely interesting to see kind of the stats that we get here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, especially in the playoffs. So go check that out on the spike.gg, and you'll be able to get all those really fun stats if you're into that kind of stuff.
It's super informative. For casters, obviously, it helps us. That's a no-brainer. There's the secret. That's where we get some of our information. Not all of it, though, because some of it comes from the think tank. And what's going to come from the think tank? From the brains of the players in the server for Week 46. Virtuoso, take on the Slimy Boogerman. What's up on the course here?
Oof. Man, so far we definitely have like some mid presence from Virtuoso. They are trying to get in hot and heavy, but we did see Pugstar use a little bit of their, oh my goodness, a nice start here at the, this is going crazy right now. I mean, the frags for Slimy Boogerman at the start of this game. I mean, it is the pistol round, but my goodness, I was in the middle of a thought and Slimy Boogerman put an absolute stop to that. There's 2 members of Virtuoso left, and my goodness, they have a mountain to climb.
We were just chuckling off camera and off stream. We'll chuckle in stream as well. The players today, they're not giving us a chance to breathe as we start things off here. It's going to be an epic first round here from Virtuoso, taking it home, removing the Boogermen, which looked like the Boogermen had a lot of presence at mid. They look somewhat in control, but Virtuoso taking that one into their own hands. And Slimy Boogerman going to be a bit salty after that, I think.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they had every reason to be able to take that one down, take them out there. It was a 4v2 situation, and I mean, my goodness, Virtuoso just used the pillar in B site to their complete advantage, and you love to see stuff like that. That's exactly what we need to see. So now, Slimy Boogerman kind of on another eco round, but Virtuoso went hard on this second round bye. We're seeing Spectres in every hand on Virtuoso, and this could be another round going on over to Virtuoso.
That was a good util combo there from Breach and Omen. I haven't seen them work together before. I've seen a Breach and a Raze, but the Breach and the Omen combo, the one-bow combo, really did work there. Really worked well, and Platinum trying to get a bit of intel with that jump eagle. Take a little bit of damage, uses the heal early, no heal available, and here comes the Paranoia.
Oh, I love that call out that you just had, Cup of Frag. I mean, with the Breach and Omen, we saw it. We saw the flashpoint and the the Paranoia go out. Instinct is going to be able to take out Iconic on the backside, so that's a lot of information down for Virtuoso, but it is a 4v2 situation. Platinum going in with the clutch factor, but not this time. It's going to be put a stop to by Lin, and here it is. Instinct actually does have a Spectre in hand. This is kind of huge for them.
Oh, Breach again! Breach again saying Instinct, no! You got Spectre, I don't care, you're staying in heaven. You're going to stay there until I say so. 3 versus 1. What can the last member of SB do here?
Ooh, with 8 HP, are we going to see a little bit of damage down? But it looks like Instinct is going to eat this death here, which is actually really, I mean, I would say it's kind of smart by Instinct. I mean, even if you stayed alive, you would only give your team 1,000 credits per. And then, I mean, if you take the death from the spike, there has been a change. Like a couple of patches ago, if you take the death from the spike, it doesn't count as an actual death. So, smart play by Instinct, I would say. And now they're going to fully buy in with rifles and operator in Pugstar's hands. And my goodness, are we going to see a nice big explosive round from Slimy Boogerman?
And why would they be expecting it on the side of Virtuoso? You wouldn't be expecting an op at this point. 2 rounds in the can for Boogerman. And odd spot to be played it as well. I don't know if they'll be expecting this at all.
This is huge util play from Slimy Boogerman, though. They put all of this Sage util, as well as the smoke from the Omen. That is huge. That completely pushed off Virtuoso from that push completely. I mean, you saw Lin try to go in hard with the dash, but they're going to have to rethink this entire push, and that's exactly what Slimy Boogerman wanted. And now Virtuoso, kind of on the back foot, have to rethink all of their pushes here.
Big Thinky's face. What's the play gonna be? Lim just lurking in the shadows here. What is there to see? Nothing really. There's a lot of passive plays from both sides of the fence here, and Virtuoso, no, they're up against some mighty talent in the hand of Slimy Boogerman. No move themselves, and this whole tier, Welshie got the intel, knows the push is coming. What's gonna happen here? The trade's gonna come in. 2-4-1. Virtuoso still somehow, some way, they're hooked onto this lead.
Oh, this is huge for Virtuoso. They need to continue this momentum, and now Elay does have a nice big rifle in hand. Iconic loves to do stuff like this, setting up in such weird positions, and now Iconic might actually put themselves in a nice one-and-done position. It's going to take down the Sage and get a beautiful gun in hand. It's going to take down another one. Iconic going explosive in this moment, is repositioning and not allowing them to get behind him, but this time might actually get caught out from behind. Pugstar moving a little slow with this operator is not going to allow Virtuoso to take it out of their hands. 3 members alive for Virtuoso. My goodness, Cup of Frag, what a play from Iconic.
That is the play of the round, isn't it? The Stinger to the Vandal, a 1 and a 2. And coming for a one-and-done spot to be able to switch up your angle perfectly, you called it right. That Stinger is going to be sort of the path to success at this point. And it is actually a skill to be able to kind of build up from that Stinger, keep the Stinger, and actually trade out for a rifle from your opponent. The X's are going to work out here for Pugstar, but only for 1, the op's removed, and I think that's going to be a pickup there for Virtuoso.
Ooh, I mean, it was looking a little dicey there for a second. Pugstar was ready to take down a lot of the members of Virtuoso, but Apoth with the nice flank is going to be able to stop that from happening. My goodness. We are just having a fun day of Valorant already today, Cuppa. I mean, we've seen some pretty crazy plays.
We really have. And you want to talk crazy plays? They didn't pick up the op. Virtuoso didn't pick up the op, so it's even more frustrating for the Boogerman. You've got that info of like, hey, they're going to take her up, no worries, we can take it back. No, the op has been absolutely taken out of the game. It's gone. So a reset for the Slimy Boogerman. No chance in hell of getting the op back. That's so frustrating. As an opper, primary, man, I'm choked. I'm choked for them.
Oh, absolutely. Some smoke's coming out. Actually gonna keep Pugstar a little bit safe here. The flashpoint comes out and allows Lin to take down Dev. That's a huge moment for them. Virtuoso have just been using the flashpoints and all of this breach util to its max capacity. And you love to see stuff like that. That's exactly what needs to happen. Sniper is going to take down Pugstar, and Lin just hanging out in ropes is going to take down Welshie. This is a tough econ round for Slimy Boogerman, but Platinum, left alive, does have the clutch factor. We have seen it before, but I don't know if it's going to work in their favor this time, as Sniper takes him down with a beautiful headshot with the Phantom.
Flawless. Just summarizing what's been going on here for the attacker side of Virtuoso. Defender side-wise, though, Pugstar is picking up the op. We have seen him pull off some crazy shots in the past with that. He's got light armor as well, so that tells the tale of what's been happening for Slimy Boogerman. Haven't been allowed to get into this game. All the frags and all the plays, they've been pretty one-sided for the attacker side.
Whew. They're going to have to do something big here. Pugstar going to have to absolutely pop off in this moment. A nice paranoia coming out. I don't know why they were going to commit the paranoia. That's a 400 credit piece of util right now. And now they don't have it in hand. The paranoia is going to come out as well as this showstopper. So this could be everything for them, but there is not a single Slimy Boogerman in the way to eat that rocket. So a beautiful play by them, but the paint shells is going to do a lot of damage onto the Slimy Boogerman. Virtuoso now have B-site in hand. And my goodness, look at this.
Oh, playing the rafters like a boss. Lim having a fantastic game. Great positioning, great aim, and that is the name of the game in the Valorant mode, isn't it? Great position, but Pugstar making an embarrassment of that one. It's a 3 versus 2. This could be the Boogerman's chance to get themselves on the scoreboard. This will be massive. Pugstar's on a 4K. Give him the ace. Let's see a second ace, 2 for 2.
Oh no! Oh my goodness, iconic once again with one of those weird flanks. It just happens nice and slow, gets themselves into a good position, but this time the smoke came in clutch for the Slimy Boogerman, and they put a point on the board in round 5.
The showstopper there from Virtuoso, the fear alone just cleared the site, but the retake potential from Heaven, that was an epic triple peak, and that's what it took to get it done, and peaking in numbers. It's underrated. A lot of players, I've got this peak, no, peak with your buddy. The fire team system, the buddy system, we saw it work very well in map number 1. Map number 2 adopting the same theory as well. Slimy Boogerman get themselves off the goose egg. They're back in the game.
Thunder does come out from Virtuoso. He's not going to hit anything this time. Platinum actually kind of walls himself off, tries to go for some weird cheeky little push, but not this time. Dev hanging out in the smoke, waiting for someone to push it. But Lin is a little bit too smart for that one, so not going to push the smoke. And here it is. The lockdown does come out from Slimy Boogerman, and they are going to try and protect it as much as possible. That is actually a huge moment for them. There is Sniper there, does get a nice little trade, and they are still alive as of this moment.
Showstopper coming out, the counter sweep here coming from Instinct. Doesn't get any frags either in this 3 versus 2. Make it the 3 versus 1, not able to do anything. Will be Ely just stuck in garage, locked out with no keys to the car, and it's going to be 4-2.
Oh, another situation where Slimy Boogerman absolutely clutches it out from the sole fact of just sticking to the spike. Just stick. Doesn't even matter where they're pushing from. We have 2 other members to protect you. Just stick the spike. And Virtuoso, I don't think they really realized that was going to happen again, twice in a row. And I think they relied a little bit too much on that thought. So Slimy Boogerman gets a second point on the board. Platinum getting themselves into another interesting position. But they're going to have to get out there immediately.
That's a scary moment, isn't it? You've ever been a Sage. That Ice Ward split mid gets broken. Look, oh, I'm out. Back in the heck out of dodge there. Oh, that's a scary moment as well for the hop. And it's somehow Pugstar's not going to land that.
No way does something like that happen. But here it is. A beautiful pick from Slimy Boogerman. An absolute... I feel like that was a huge impact frag. I mean, the Cypher is off the field. That crazy flanking Cypher is now off the field from Slimy Boogerman, they can kind of rest easy knowing that there's not going to be some weirdo Cypher right behind him ready to shoot him in the head. And my goodness, this is a good position for them to be in.
Weirdo removed. Cypher out the game. 5 versus 4 here. Virtuoso on the back foot. Very confident with their take so far. And that's been imperative to why they are up this half. And not if Pugstar has anything to do with it. 2 frags. Dev says, yes, I'm in for the win as well. Who's going to get the triple here? I'll try to make sure it's not Dev. Dev denied. Omen taking the better. That fake TP. Oh, the trick for rafters. This could be magic.
Oh, we've seen this work out in people's favor so many times, but this time the paranoia is out in hand. Apoth is going to take down Pugstar, but there it is. Platinum gets the headshot onto Apoth, and it is a 3-member left alive situation for Slimy Boogerman. And my goodness, Virtuoso are definitely going to have to change some of the strats up from this moment because Slimy Boogerman are starting to really kind of have their number down.
Yeah, because they've got the read, haven't they? They've been reading the playbook of Virtuoso over their shoulder, like, on the train. Like, if you remember that before COVID times, and like, hey, out on the bus and you're reading a book and someone's reading over your shoulder. That's what the Boogermen are doing to Virtuoso right now. And they've got to hide that book and keep it close to their chest. Maybe think outside the box here. And as you'll see, this aggro A play, they haven't played this yet.
Yeah, this is definitely very interesting. Now they have a lot of work to do on their hands. They actually get right past that one, but Welshi is going to take down Sniper. This is huge. The trades are going 1 for 1. 3 members left alive on both sides, but Iconic is going to make that deficit a little bit higher in the favor of Virtuoso. Iconic still kind of hanging out in that corner, but Pugstar is going to have to do something huge here. Instinct takes down Iconic, and now they know exactly where Pugstar is. Lin is going to slowly push into this. I don't think that Pugstar saw Lin. This is beautiful. My goodness, the flanks are huge from Virtuoso. Kappa.
Oh, man. So impressive what Virtuoso have done here. And we'll talk about that after the rounds. All down onto Instinct. Hopefully the best Instinct possible. Not going to get it done. Lin with another headshot. Lin's aim has been so pristine today, Choice. Let's put that on the podium. I'm expecting to see Lin continue that throughout this whole damn half. Fantastic plays. And let's break it down. Virtuoso, they saved that play, and we talked of outside the box thinking. They've been playing mids. They've been playing B, non-stop, can't stop, won't stop. But for some reason, they suddenly switched it up, and that caught the Boogermen completely off guard. So 8 seconds, the Boogermen have got to rack their brains again. What else have Virtuoso got up their sleeve? Are they going to go back to mid? Are they going to go back to that B play? What's next?
Well, what's next? Looks like Pugstar accidentally hitting the wrong button there. That's a really unfortunate situation. There goes one of their jumps. And my goodness, Pugstar is in a pretty prime position to be able to get a frag, but I think that Virtuoso are a little bit too smart for this one. They're not going to allow this operator to take out one of their members. And here it is, Welshi. Getting a lot of information, hearing the Cypher cam come out here. Are going to see the Roomba come out and actually do a little bit of damage. Well, she is going to go off the back of that one, but my goodness, Iconic is just a little bit better on the gun duels, and Iconic gets the headshot onto Welshi, and there it is, a nice frag for Virtuoso to be able to have the A-site possibly in hand for themselves.
Iconic, seeing him, been around the block, some experience on both teams. The Boogermen, 1 player down at this moment in time. Cypher, though, talking of that weirdo lurker, he's a little bit wounded and no healer to be seen on the attacker side. And that is something that does divide the two teams right now. With a healer, with a res available for Slimy Boogermen, that really puts them in a bit more of a forgiving situation. They could land that res, maybe. Oh, denying it into the shadows as well. No shadows to be seen. And that's an ult out the way there for Virtuoso. They've got side control, though.
This is huge by them. Instinct does take down Sniper, who got a little bit too hefty going through the smoke this time, but Lin is just on top of these headshots right now. Apoth also taking down another member, and it's just up to Dev. We've seen them do stuff before, but not this time. Ele is going to get that frag onto Dev, and what a beautiful play. I mean, I feel like Slimy Boogerman thought they were going to go over to B because of how long they were taking. And that's why they had 3 members start to rotate on over to B. But this time, Virtuoso just waited it out. And that was the sight for them.
Yeah, that was almost like a fake alert, wasn't it, from Virtuoso? And even as the caster, I was pretty confused. I was pretty confused what on earth they were doing, but they had a plan, they had a strategy the whole time. And Lin, you're right, Lin's playing great off those sort of kind of bait trades. The spike's coming down for the plant, and Lin's just lurking in the shadows, ready and poised with that frag potential. 6-3's a score, no coincidence here. Virtuoso playing out of their skin so far, and it's continuing.
I know they've been putting some big work out in the server, doing some absolute playbook writing, and you can see it right now. I mean, it is working in their favor. You've got Iconic lurking basically every single round, and it's been working. Slimy Boogerman, you know, they've been taken down pretty consistently by this lurk. Just the fact that it's happened so many times now it's in their brain. It's in their head that this is going to happen, but this time Instinct is ready for it. Takes down Iconic, the lurker of Virtuoso, but not without Virtuoso completely taking the B side for themselves.
Little peek at heaven. Will be Sniper on the way through. 4 versus 3. Pretty tough retake here for the Boogermen, but they do have a showstopper in their inventory, in their armory available. Welshie poking the prod in here with a shorty, clearing rafters, checkmate. Doesn't see anything there. That flashpoint though, gonna be an issue.
Sketchy flashpoint, but this time it allows Welshie to be able to push in with that bucket and take down Eli. Here it is, the showstopper you were just talking about. Lin is left, but Sniper. Oh my goodness, never mind. It was Virtuoso who did the showstopper.
I got a bit confused for a second as well. That must have come up halfway through the rounds or through those picks at mid there. The showstopper not available for the Boogermen as they were removed before it was able to be queued. It's going to be in this round though. The Virtuoso, what on earth did they have for breakfast? They had the right breakfast full of all the right nutrition.
What was it? Was it Wheaties? That was the breakfast of champions? I think
Wheaties,
so.
A fruit salad maybe? Or is it the full English cooked breakfast? We'll never know. Maybe we'll find out in the post-show. It's 7-3. A great first half here for Virtuoso over week 46. And just a reminder, group stages only. This is only the group stages we're at so far. Great plays. Almost a second ace of the tournament we saw, but not yet. Instinct starting things off here. Cracking headshot. Is he going to go for 2? The bomb buddy doing work, but not enough. Lin.
Oh my goodness. That was kind of ridiculous. You know, that's one of those moments where you're like, why are you just kind of chilling in that corner? That's so annoying, but this time it works out in the favor of Instinct. Ele gets a beautiful headshot, and there comes a showstopper in the favor of Instinct. There it is, 3 members on 3 members. Virtuoso, they have the knives in hand, but you know what? I don't know if they're going to use it this time, especially with Welshie taking down Lin. It is a 3v2 now. Can Slimy Boogerman retake this site off the back of this lockdown?
Oh no! That is exactly what they didn't need at all. It's down to the 1-on-1. No ults available. We do have some abilities available though. 7-3, Slimy Boogerman, everything is on Dev's hands. He needs to get this planted for Garage at that far plant. Unfortunate. Sniper, he's deadly.
Wow. I really got to hand it to Virtuoso. They have been putting the work in, and you can tell. I mean, their playbooks are just fantastic. These plays look so, I don't know, they look crisp. That's all I can really think of. I mean, there's verbiage and adjectives just flowing through my head, but just crisp looking on these plays. Cup of frag. I'm loving this.
Crisp, clean, dapper, next level, something else. Super spicy, jalapenos, habaneros, ghost peppers, whatever you like. They are on top of this game right now. Heated it will be. Virtuoso, strong presence here over on the A side. The Roll of Thunder's coming through. Oh, Welshie, he's got to be nervous.
Oh my goodness, Lin pushing in hot and heavy with these knives in hand as well. And there it is, the Roomba actually kind of pops down, cleared out that little spot there just for a split second. But my goodness, this hold from Virtuoso just looks so clean. But this time, my goodness, the slow rotate from the backside is actually going to be put a stop to by Slimy Boogerman. And here we go, they've got some guns in hand, which they didn't have before.
It's 3 versus 3. Passive plays here from Lim. We saw some hyper aggression from him before. Misses the first place, doesn't miss the second or the third. He's going to get almost the fourth in as well. Not going to cut it because Apath, he wants to have it in the action. Say, hey, calm down, Lin. Give me a couple of frags.
Absolutely. Give me a couple of those, man. I need it. I need it. And there it is. My goodness. Virtuoso looking to put an absolute stop to the Slimy Boogerman this time. Wow, what a match this has been so far. This is the Valorant Sunday Showdown group stage game number 2 between Slimy Boogerman and Virtuoso. If you're just now hanging out with us or tuning into the matchup, it's me, Choice Plays, hanging out with Cuppa Frag on the cast. And I've been having a pretty enjoyable time here with you, Cuppa. Not gonna lie, we are gonna get back with Cuppa here in just a second, but my goodness, we are in the first pistol round of the second half, and Slimy Boogerman trying to take as much mid control as possible.
Left you high and dry there, bud. Mute my mic. Worst time for a cough. Apologies. I'm having a blast as well. These teams have an even more of an exciting time as we get cracked off at mid-tier. Ven is going to be busy. No room to breathe, though. No ventilation available. These frags are coming from the likes of Slimy Boogerman, and two could play that game. Virtuoso, you've got a really aggressive attack inside to play against.
Oh my goodness. Wow, the absolute aggression from Slimy Boogerman, but the headshot feeling crisp and clean from Iconic comes out. Not going to hit those shots, though. Instinct is going to take down Iconic, and it is up to Sniper in a 1v3, but there it is. Slimy Boogerman are going to pick up the pistol round here at the first round of the second half. And my goodness, Cuppa, I mean, this has been super, I don't know, it's been interesting because Slimy Boogerman is no team to snuff at because they have a ton of talent here. What do they need to do to put a stop to Virtuoso?
My thanks.
Big questions. An answer, an IGL, I'm hoping is going to be inside the Slimy Boogerman's minds and their plays. I think it's pretty simple, and it's easier said than done, but we'd see high progression from the Boogerman. Virtuoso, you can see from their attack inside, super disciplined, and they've got to be flushed out here from the Boogerman. They've got to have something spicy to flush out those angles, clear their corners, hot and heavy. A lot of rounds to be recovered from, one away from double figures, all with the likes of Virtuoso, but that can be punished with their hyper-aggression as well. They're not playing as passive as they were on those retakes. Giving away their early frag, Boogerman, they might be in this.
Oh, absolutely. It looks like they've actually really taken a lot of control here in this situation, but I gotta say, you know, some of their positioning has been a little bit interesting, a little bit off here and there. I mean, you saw in the last one that the spike went down in vents, but with their aggression, they were able to take it back. But I just gotta say, ooh, Iconic getting crispy and getting a little spicy in this moment.
Oh,
Gets
man.
a Spectre for his troubles. 22 HP left over from that gun duel. But my goodness, they're gonna have to keep doing this if they're gonna be able to stay on top of it. And I'm just, oh my goodness, I am just elated. 3 kills from Lin with a classic. Cuppa.
Tap, tap, burst. Tap, tap, burst. Finesse at its finest, and that's how you use the classic, ladies and gentlemen. The click, flick, burst. And another classic kill coming through as well to add insult to injury. Spectre's picked up some freebies for Virtuoso. For the Boogerman, what happened there? They seem to be a little disjointed and a bit broken apart.
I just got to give it to Virtuoso. Their util usage has just been immaculate in the second half. I mean, they've been keeping Slimy Boogerman just in I don't know, in tatters with simply the util usage. So a very interesting bonus round for Virtuoso when it should have been a bonus round for the Slimy Boogerman, but this time is going to be Virtuoso's favor. And my goodness, the util usage! That's exactly what I'm talking about! The fault line from Breach came out, and a perfectly placed paint shells takes down Instinct, the rival Rays. My goodness, this is just brilliant.
This is stuff to really envy, isn't it? When you get to that level of team play and Valorant, as it starts to grow, you're seeing those agent combos, the magic that's coming through, more one-taps as well, please, Walshy. Grabbing one, not able to get a second pug start, gonna help out there with the crossfire setup from that A ramp. 3-on-3.
And a very spicy 3-on-3 indeed. Apoth might actually get this kill, but not this time. Does get a little bit of damage out, and just the funny little shot out there is going to come out from Welshi. Can Welshi actually take on the two members of Virtuoso that are pushing in? Not this time. Gets caught out with the turret in hand, and this is now a 3v2 situation. We got the Breach, Cypher, and the Omen in the favor of Virtuoso, and that is a lot of good util to use.
It is a lot of good util to use. The Boogerman definitely back against the wall in this scenario. The Marshal, it can't miss. It's going to miss, and Apath is going to punish that as well. Coming through will be iconic, and it's going to be 11-4 for the score. Just a pause kind of analysis, though, for the likes of Iconic. Obviously, a great aimer, a known name around that T2 and onward scene. But the util use, you mentioned it, and the respect to the agents, great one-way traps that we've seen. The wires have been fantastic as well. Just a couple of rounds ago, I didn't get a chance to highlight it, but Iconic threw that camera into sewers out of that A main push, and it was like a fake camera. So you put the camera down as a noise fake and jump down with a shorty. So everything, all the stops being pulled out here by Virtuoso. I'm really, really impressed with what I'm seeing.
Here. Absolutely. I just can't imagine. Or I don't know. I just can't fathom. A lot of this util usage is so clean. It's so crisp. It's exactly what needs to happen. Look at that one-way smoke. And if they push that one-way smoke, they can, I mean, lose one of their members. And then if they push that, there's going to be another one-way setup from Iconic. You're absolutely right, Cuppa. This is just ridiculous.
It's like a double layer of defense, isn't it? And they don't even know what they're walking into, the poor team. The spray dog coming through, we do. They don't. The showstopper trying to return some fire, but it's not going to do.
I mean, that's just another crazy part of this, but my goodness, Apoth is allowed to get two in that situation. That should not be allowed to happen. Virtuoso are now on match point, Cuppa. This is ridiculous.
Analysis on point, and Virtuoso, they're going to be on point as well, giving us all the topics to talk about. The Boogermen, they've had some shining moments in this game so far. We need to see them shine again at this moment right here and right now in the group stage. 12-4. Virtuoso practice makes perfect. The Boogermen, some big names. We need to see them in the game right now.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, we do. Lando setting up with this beautiful operator. Actually catches the barrel of one of the members and gets a free one onto Dev. And they're already in the positive here in this situation. Pugstar trying to get a little bit aggressive, maybe put a stop to them at the moment. But Iconic actually spots out a lot of the members of the Boogermen. But look at this situation. They're probably trying to bait out the push on over to A, but they are not falling for it. Iwe gets a beautiful shot onto Welshi, and this is just looking absolutely destitute for Slimy Boogerman, except for this time they are able to use the resurrection and bring up Welshi once again, and here it is, the push out onto Heaven. This is exactly what Virtuoso wanted. They wanted to force them into this gross position, and now Virtuoso could possibly take the win here.
Good. Praise the lights of the Boogerman. I'm going for advantage in the wall. It's going to work out iffy. Like, great position up from those Heaven rafters, getting it done and holding the ground. But what is that shot from Platinum?
Oh, Platinum just has so much clutch potential, getting frags right when it needs to happen. Tons of impact frags here, and now a little bit of util usage from the Slimy Boogerman is actually in their favor this time. Welshi is not going to win that aim duel, and there it is. Slimy Boogerman keep themselves alive for another round, and that's what needs to happen. They need to continue this. They need to have these really smart plays that take Virtuoso out of their comfort zone.
Off we go. 12-5. Is that going to be the comeback story? Start to be knitted here by the Slimy Boogermen. Lots of rounds in between that, though. I'm talking 7 rounds to get them to OT. It's doable though in the world of Valorant. It is the game of comebacks. Laz and I, we've discussed it many a time, and Boogerman, they have been around the block. They know what to expect, and I think they're getting a bit of a better read of the game right now. Virtuoso though, they want to close this. They want to close it now.
Yes, they do, and they're trying to do it, force it with this lockdown. But my goodness, Lin is just too dang good with the operator, even under pressure. But my goodness, he's got a couple of seconds here just to get out of there, and he does. It's not going to attach onto anybody, but they do have now the B site in their favor. Welshi pushing in with the Bulldog actually puts a little bit of util down, but Pugstar punching in from the mid is actually going to get a ton. But look at this, Slimy Boogerman are doing everything they need to do perfectly.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we talked about pre-game. Is all two rosters with that clutch potential. It's just shaking off the cobwebs. A bit of a shaky start, but it's going well now, isn't it? 6 rounds between the Boogermen and Virtuoso. We need to see more util use for Virtuoso, what we saw at the beginning of this game, at the beginning of this first half. You mentioned it. Let's highlight it again. That was what was dividing the two teams, with the Cypher trap work, and it's being moved around, as you see in the cam iconic. Switching the setup, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it's broken, fix it. And that's what Virtuoso, they're trying to right now, switch up the plays and catch the Boogerman off guard.
Very interesting positioning from the turret there. Actually going to put it on top of the boxes. Try and get a little bit of information to know exactly where the Virtuoso members are. But this time, Lin is going to be holding a nice close angle. Actually backs off a little bit once since that dark cover does back off. But, ooh, the paint shells comes in, does a little bit of damage. But here comes a showstopper and another showstopper as well. Lin actually going to get some. Pugstar tries to even up the score and does. It is a 3v3 situation. Dev pushing in hot and heavy, does have the From the Shadows pushing in, and now they know exactly where Iconic is, and they're going to be pushing out onto the A site, and that's probably what they need to do. If they can put a stop to Iconic and his tomfoolery, they could actually take another round away from Virtuoso.
They could do indeed. Both the showstoppers stopping no shows at all, and that's very uncharacteristic to duelists. Ult not getting it done. Iconic. Good advantage here. He did this one perfectly as well.
Ooh. That's what I'm talking about. They needed to put a stop to Iconic, and now it is a 1v2 situation. Oh my goodness! Sniper almost does it, but Pugstar puts a stop to him right there, and here it is. Slimy Boogerman kind of in the better side of the economy. Virtuoso are going to have a hard time buying back into this round. You see a Bucky, you see a Spectre, a Phantom, a forced Phantom with a little bit of econ left over. But Lin, I don't know, not even close to the knives, so Lin's going to have to do something big here. Gets the Ghost, and my goodness, Slimy Boogerman coming back here.
They are, in a super convincing fashion as well. They don't look to be letting up the gas. The econ is now in the trash, Virtuoso, and that's when you really see a team tested. How a team performs with that light buy. The frustration started to build. The anxiety started to build. The flashpoint is going to be the face of the opponent. The Bucky is poised. Virtuoso, desperate times, desperate measures. And Welshi coming through hot. Oh man, it's all started here.
Perfect positioning there. Sniper gets in hot with this judge, gets a 3K. Are we going to finish it off with a judge kill? It's just Dev. It's just nobody. Virtuoso win in a ridiculous force by eco round. Wow.
Just hearing those judge shots just ring through. True and tested is that gun, and apparently an eco is going to be enough there for the guys on Virtuoso. Taking that one. What a round, and what a game that was there for them. So Boogerman not able to get it through, and a performance that Virtuoso, watch that one again. That was a great game.
Oh, absolutely. So fun. But I gotta say, Slimy Boogerman are probably going to learn a lot about this map, a lot about their play style on Split in general with this one. Because, I mean, they had some brilliant moments, and they adapted very well on the back half of that second half, I will say. But Lin is the talk of the town here. 22, 13, and 1. That's the kind of assist score we want to see from a Jet. 294 combat. My goodness. Good play.
Lin's off angles were on on something else that game, completely playing off events, playing the picks mid with the operator, changing that playstyle all game long, and with the support of a fantastic team as well. The Boogerman, though, that's given credit where credit's due. They made a sick comeback there. Their first half by far was not the best, but the comeback potential was most certainly there, and I think better luck next time. Super close, and some potential for some epic games in the future as well.
Oh, absolutely, Slimy Boogerman. Keep it going. Keep it going. We love to see them here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown. But once again, that is game 2 of the group stage. We are about to move on into game 3 here really soon. We're going to take a nice quick break. But when we come back, we will have YFP Gaming versus Team Atlas. So stick around. We've got another fantastic game coming right at you.
Stay with us.